Danger doesn't exist only in remote or deserted places. It can also appear right where we live, in spaces we believe are safe. A backyard argument that turns violent, a falling tree missed by seconds, and strange nighttime visitors caught on camera. When ordinary places suddenly turn risky, how should we react to stay safe? This story was shared by a Reddit user who described a disturbing incident involving his elderly grandmother and a neighboring business operator in Tanjung Klang, Malaysia. According to his account, the neighbor runs a nearby glamping site and routinely burns garbage in the open every few days. The smoke repeatedly drifted into the grandmother's home, gradually affecting her health. Despite the family's efforts to address the issue calmly, the burning did not stop. One afternoon, as another burn was being set up, the grandmother went to confront the operators. What followed was a heated confrontation that was captured by a security camera she had installed. The footage shows the situation escalating quickly, with one of the operators becoming violent, striking her and chasing her as she tried to get away. The incident ended with a blow to the back of her head that caused her to collapse. From an educational perspective, this is deeply concerning, as head injuries, especially to the back of the head, are extremely dangerous for elderly individuals and can be life-threatening. The video makes it clear she was in distress and calling for help. The family later filed a police report and brought her to the hospital, where she reported pain in her head, neck, and back, as well as fear for her safety. The attacker reportedly claimed self-defense, a claim that appears questionable given the circumstances shown. When everyday disputes escalate into violence, what responsibility do authorities and communities have to intervene sooner? And how many similar cases go unnoticed until someone is seriously harmed? This video may show one of the luckiest or unluckiest backyard encounters ever recorded, and just thinking about it is unsettling. A man known as JC was standing on his porch, watching how violently the wind was whipping through his neighborhood, and decided to record a short clip to demonstrate how powerful the gusts really were. The timing couldn't have been worse.
JC's going in. Oh, no!
As the camera rolls, a nearby tree suddenly begins to give way, collapsing right where he had been standing moments earlier. He narrowly avoids being struck, escaping a situation that could have gone catastrophically wrong. Severe storms carry hidden dangers, and recognizing the warning signs can make the difference between safety and disaster. When conditions turn extreme, do we know when to step back before it's too late? On October 22, 2018, a woman named Maddie Ann uploaded a video that immediately unsettled viewers and later proved far more disturbing than it first appeared. For nearly 2 weeks before that night, she and her husband had been hearing strange animal-like sounds coming from very close to their home, repeatedly checking the windows but never seeing anything. When the noises returned, Maddie was already waiting by the window with her phone ready, hoping to capture the sounds and get answers. What she didn't realize was that the camera would capture more than just sound.
Hearing the craziest noises. Listen. I gotta check this out. What the Where the did it go? What the Hello? Is anyone there? God. Thought I heard those noises again.
I heard him last night. Animal or something.
Yeah. Keep seeing all those cats.
After recording, she made a risky choice and went outside, assuming that if nothing was visible, the source might be harmless. That belief changed after she went back inside and replayed the footage, noticing a figure partially hidden behind a tree, watching her, then pulling back the moment her flashlight pointed in that direction. The next day, the couple searched the area and found unusually large.
They go between this bush and our fence. It's a pretty narrow.
Whatever it is, it's walking around barefoot out here in 20, 30 degree weather. It's not warm. 14 inches.
Jesus Christ.
Footprints in cold weather, bare impressions that didn't resemble any known animal or typical human activity. Adding to the mystery, the original video has vanished without explanation. Whether real or staged remains unclear, but it highlights how unexplained nighttime sounds can lead to risky choices. When fear strikes after dark, is caution the wiser response? On August 25, 2016, a YouTube user shared an experience that had occurred just 3 days earlier, on the 22nd, and it unsettled not only him, but everyone who watched. He explained that for 4 straight days before recording, a man in a black hoodie repeatedly stood outside his house. At first, he ignored it, assuming the person was confused or intoxicated. When the man returned again, the behavior felt deliberate rather than random. He told his friends, but they didn't believe him until August 22nd, when he finally began recording to document what was happening.
What?
By the time he went outside, the man had already disappeared, suggesting he didn't want to be seen. The creator claimed the footage was real, though some viewers questioned his decision to confront the situation. His exact location remains unknown, and the channel stopped posting not long after, leaving the incident unresolved. Whether real or not, the situation highlights how repeated warning signs should be taken seriously and handled with caution. When someone unfamiliar appears repeatedly near a home, is confrontation ever the safest option, or is distance the wiser choice? On October 26, 2013, a man at home in East Texas recorded something entirely out of character for his small, inactive channel, which previously focused only on showing collectible items. He was not a typical content creator and had no history of posting unusual footage. That night, while relaxing indoors, his pets suddenly reacted with visible fear, prompting him to investigate after hearing unexplained noises outside. He picked up a camera and began filming as he stepped into his yard, using a flashlight to scan the darkness near a wooded area close to Lake Tawakoni.
Well, we were sitting around hanging out, watching TV, and cats were laying right here at my feet. Next thing you know, they get up and take off running, tails puffed out, so heard a few bangs on the house, so they heard something that, what's going on? Thing out there? Dark. Can't see a thing out here. I just looked by my flashlight. See the trail. See the trail going up there. Down by the lake.
The footage captured a series of unsettling sounds that initially resembled distant wolves, followed by increasingly distorted, unfamiliar vocalizations that did not match any common wildlife in the region. Areas near forests and water can distort sound, making it travel farther and change direction. Even so, that alone doesn't explain how steady and intense the noises were. If the environment caused it, what was really moving out there in the dark? Jake, a subscriber, shared a personal experience from a trip he took with his brother to a national park near Palenque, Chiapas, Mexico, in December 2020. The stay was uneventful until around 2 a.m., when his brother woke him after hearing intense, unfamiliar sounds coming from outside their cabin. Half asleep and already shaken, Jake grabbed his phone and began recording, convinced something unnatural was nearby.
See? Hear him back there? Bro, that's like right outside our room.
The noises were loud, deep, and constant enough to leave them confused and alarmed, though nothing directly approached or disturbed them. With no further escalation, they eventually fell back asleep. By morning, the sounds had stopped, prompting them to investigate the area around the cabin. That's when they noticed several howler monkeys in the nearby trees, and the situation finally clicked. Howler monkeys are most active during the day and usually vocalize at dawn or dusk. If those powerful calls are meant as warnings, what caused them to howl so intensely in the middle of the night? Britt, who runs the TikTok account My Little Equine, is usually known for sharing calm, everyday videos about caring for her horses. One post, however, felt completely different. Standing in her backyard near the house, she appeared shaken and explained that she started recording simply to document what had just frightened her, in case no one believed her later.
So, I'm recording this just in the off chance that no one believes me. Maybe I can catch it. And by the way, I have a freaking cemetery in my front yard. But I was just inside. I'm by myself with my dog. And it has me very freaked out. Josie? Yeah, she's just been staring at that, and then she started barking and she growled, and when she growled I kind of like booked it, but I don't really know. That's usually like her stance while she's waiting for me to come home, and I'm just like, is she waiting for someone to walk out of that closet? Like, I just don't really know what she's staring at. So again, like, this is usually how she looks. She's waiting for me to come in, and I'm just like what? What is it? What is it?
At the time, Britt was home alone with her dog when the animal suddenly fixated on a shed near the house. The dog began growling and barking at what appeared to be empty space. There was no visible movement or sound, yet the dog refused to look away. Startled, Britt ran outside and began filming, trying to understand what her dog was reacting to. What unsettled her more was that the dog later showed the same behavior while staring toward a small cemetery directly in front of the property.
Josie. Josie, what's going on?
Britt explained that the land once belonged to her grandparents, who had chosen to be buried there, and that the family had also buried their cats on the same ground, marked by small wooden crosses.
So a lot of you guys have also been asking questions about the graveyard. So this was my grandparents, was their wish to be buried. Before they passed away, they buried all of their cats right here where you see the little cross. Like, quite strange lately, like for some reason cows just come to this area sometimes and like surround it, because we during the day we leave that gate open.
Not long after the incident with the dog, cows from a neighboring ranch, animals that were not hers, began wandering onto the property. They repeatedly gathered around the graveyard, standing still and staring at the same spot in a way that mirrored the dog's earlier behavior. Worried that the behavior might stop before anyone believed her, Britt began recording the cows whenever they appeared.
See, this is what I'm talking about. They literally just come and hang out here all the time now. It's a newer development. Like, why? They just kind of come and really freeze. And they just kind of will freeze and yeah.
The situation escalated one evening when Britt returned home with a food delivery and went inside to disable an alarm that had unexpectedly gone off.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. It's so interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Okay. No problem.
Thank you so much.
No,
You're a cowboy.
it's good. He's like, oh.
They're actually not mine.
Oh my god. Thank you. See, this is what I'm talking about. Every freaking night, like even at night, they even come and hang out here and they just like...
As she did, she felt a strong tug on the sleeve of her shirt, as if someone had grabbed her. She dropped everything and ran outside, but no one was there. Too frightened to stay inside alone, she spent the night sleeping in a trailer on the property until her family returned. Taken together, the dog's fixation, the strange behavior of the cows, and the unexplained incident inside the house, Britt was left questioning whether something unseen was influencing the area. Animals can react to unseen stimuli, but repeated behavior in the same place raises a question. Was it natural causes or something else entirely? In the fall of 2020, a woman named Lauren began noticing unsettling changes around her rural property. Her backyard was surrounded by trees, but one stood apart from the rest, dead, yet strangely striking, framed by vivid red leaves that drew her attention. When Lauren approached it, she noticed unusual holes in the trunk and strange objects embedded in the bark.
So I have a bunch of trees in my backyard, but there's this one that doesn't look like the other trees. Leaves or flowers next to it, and it's interesting. I'm wearing my work boots, so in case my dog runs off. So here's the tree. It's dead. And there's these weird things that are in it. That's for, and it has crazy holes that I like. But here's the pretty red things. Flowers. No, they're leaves. Those are leaves. I like you. What is that?
The tree's eerie appearance stayed with her, but for nearly a year, Nothing else seemed out of the ordinary. In 2021, however, the situation escalated.
So I'm walking around the fence line of my property, and I've noticed someone or something has put something on pretty much all of my fence posts. I don't know if someone's like me, or this is something else, but like it's literally all like bones or like a creepy doll. I don't know what that was, but like horns, skulls. I don't know. I don't know if someone's fucking with me or this is actually something I should be kind of worried about. Not really know what to do. Can't leave.
While walking along the fence line of her property, Lauren discovered disturbing items placed on nearly every fence post. Bones, broken doll parts, horns, and other unrecognizable objects. The placement appeared deliberate, suggesting someone had gone out of their way to arrange them, yet no one was ever seen. Soon after, Lauren began hearing unexplained noises outside at night. Each time she checked, there was nothing there. A few nights later, while she was on the phone with her boyfriend, the front door suddenly slammed shut behind her and locked from the inside.
Dude, my fucking door just closed. Yes, and it's locked. I just got locked out of my house. Yes, nobody's here. Luna! Luna's inside by herself. I don't even see her in there. Look. Hang on.
Her dog, Luna, was left alone inside the house, barking and pacing near the window. Lauren called out, but there was no response, only silence. After that incident, things remained quiet for nearly 2 months. Then, late one night, the calm was broken by the sound of knocking at a window.
Luna, come here. Sit. Come here. Can't see.
Lauren tried to look outside, but saw no one. And when she checked the backyard, it was empty. To this day, no clear explanation has been found for what happened on her property. The objects did not appear by accident, but being alone can make normal sounds feel scary. Was someone doing this on purpose? Or was there another reason she never found out?